You are the pink and white sprinkles all over a yummy cupcake. Today we have crypto's juiciest news, and let's start with some big fat red bubbles. It's actually not very nice to see PHEX, PulseX, and our other bags here, the ones that actually haven't moved those parts of the portfolio. But friends, these plus 5%, minus 5%, they're really nothing. What we need is like plus 25% minimum on the month to actually make a difference. And of course, we're waiting to see what's going to happen with these Bitcoin ETF because there's FUD going around. Is going to be buy the rumor, sell the news? Well, my guess was, if we go and look at the price chart, I'm going to show you. My guess for some reason, I'm just feeling, looking at everything, is I'm like, you know what? If we all want a big move, what if it just does this again? This part. You see this part? Which just goes wee, like this, wee, and it's kind of sideways. And you don't really know how far these things can go. All you can see is, are there signs of euphoria around me? In some coins, yes. We can't lie. Solana, dog with a hat. Dog with a hat did 10,000x. So a lot of people that come to me and they'll say, well, how come you speak about these other dog with a hat and all these other things when our bags aren't moving? Why are they mentioned so many times? And it's because, friends, I'm going to tell you the truth. Many people got destroyed and didn't take enough profit on some bags. I had some bags that never took enough profit. Why? It's because I thought, you know, all that euphoria out there, it counts, but not as much. You know why? Because the bags I have, there are parts where they are not euphoric yet. That was a big mistake. You're basically waiting for parts of your portfolio to hit a price where you think, okay, that's euphoric for it. And then it's all over. It all crashes after that. So that's why we're going to play a bit of angel music, just to remind you of that. All those souls, the dead bodies from the graveyard, that's why they're still here. It's because people were holding on for euphoria that never came to their own bags. But if you looked around, it was in many places. So that's why you just have to accept most of crypto. It's chaotic, it's random, there are lottery tickets everywhere. And yes, you can increase your probability of success, but it doesn't guarantee it. One thing you can guarantee though, there are big players that watch these fib levels, and the market, for some reason, even if they're not watching it, they know around the 50 to the 61% retrace zone, people start dumping a lot, friends. That's why I know we're looking at these altcoins and you're looking for everything to start moving, but at the end of the day, you can't deny that. Like, we've just literally gone up only for Bitcoin. We've gone straight into the golden box of friendship in a full year. So it only makes sense for something to kind of disrupt it. You know, you don't even really need to worry about the disruption though. Look at BONK, literally minus 70% in a straight line. Look at this arrow, man. But you know what I've noticed? Everyone knows, right? This is where the wick is. Everyone knows, man. Everyone was like, you know what? We know it's a dog. We know they do nothing. We know. We don't care. Something's moving. Give us something to move. It's almost like, I feel like someone is going to get a step closer, hopefully this year, to really give the consumers of crypto what they want. The casino players, which is, you want to gamble on random, high volatility stuff, but you don't want the game to be too rigged against you. You want it to at least give you a chance that you can win. But this is tough, right? Because if you let people gamble consistently, it means there's an established game already, which means there are established products, which means you are a casino now because there are odds, and you never win because you're never first. For example, you're not the first person in the world to play blackjack when you go to the casino. The casino is there before you, and they set the rules, okay? So your odds are against you. That's why in crypto, the incentive is always people to make new coins and have a shot and to see, oh, how far can we grow now, okay? So you can't forget this though, right? The crowd's always wrong. BONK goes wild all over Twitter and YouTube. It does a 150x moonshot, but everyone gets excited at the top, while insiders dump via OTC. That's on-chain transactions, basically, friends, over the counter. So you can see these actually, it's not on-chain, it's over the counter. So people doing escrow and stuff in the middle. So that's what they do. They can't get rid of it on-chain. What they'll do is, or using DEXes or whatever, so they'll give it to a market maker, and the market maker looks at the chart and they're like, okay, I reckon we can like sell at a certain average price over a certain amount of time. So we'll take it off you. We'll give you the money now. So you might have, For example, 50 million, this will actually happen, by the way, I'm not making some numbers up. There were transfers of $25 million of BONK, of spot, going from one of the early insider wallet accounts, and they'll go into exchanges. So clearly what happened was, probably OTC, one of the exchanges, they have their market makers, they're like, look, you know, give us 50 million worth of the coin at today's price, and we'll give you $25 million now. We'll literally transfer it to your account. Just give us those coins. Okay, this is what XRP does, by the way, with Ripple. So this is what Ripple does, right? So Ripple, they will take 30% below the market price. So if Ripple is at $1, so the XRP coin is the same thing, right? They'll just take 70 cents for it, and they'll give it to one of their market makers, and their market makers go to all the exchanges and they try to do intelligent selling over time. That's how the game works. Very dirty, isn't it? Because you think, if you guys think this thing is going up, why are you selling it at 30% below market price for the past 2.5 years, right? That's something to think about. Also, another thing to think about, breaking news, right? This was Max Kaiser, one of the religious priests of Bitcoin, has probably like 200,000 plus Bitcoin. He's hearing that US scum government is actively seeking to ban self-custody. So he goes, my source says unprecedented coordination with lawmakers in DC is afoot with an attempt to ban self-custody. We will see headlines like this are obviously BS. He's talking about Watch a Guru and all these other headlines. These are the quotes from the headlines, right? So this is the BS headline. He goes, Roca Negra says 2 billion in Bitcoin from hodlers exchanging for their crap ETF. This is an obvious lie trying to normalize the asinine move. So it's basically fluff pieces put out there to bait retail into buying Bitcoin up here while they dump. What I found most fascinating is Max Kaiser. See, he's a smart dude. I mean, you're in so deep. I never thought that he would actually see the light. He's seeing the light, friend. So I saw this 6 months ago. Thing is, they released all the good news at the very, very top. They're releasing an ETF, right? At the top of 2017 was the CME futures launch. All these big launches are at tops and bottoms, friends. It's always for retail to lose, always. And this is obviously very dangerous because, okay, firstly, you can't ban self-custody. Just to let you know, for your friends and family you're listening out, there's a lot of new people. You have to know 12 words or 24 words. That's your key to access anything on the blockchain. So how can you stop people from knowing 12 words? You can store them in your head. So that's why this thing is impossible. But here's the thing, man. We know that. Do you think the 110 million Coinbase users all know that? No. I reckon like 20 million know that. Seriously. I reckon the bottom 80 million have no idea. And when they see the word ban self-custody, they go, oh, that looks bad. I'm just going to quickly sell out because I don't like this crypto thing. And that's how you get these swings. That's how you get this manipulation from the government. That's how they're trying to collect insiders and they're trying to, basically, we're in the then they fight you phase. So this is how it all plays out. Now, this is our conviction that we know. So I'm always looking steps ahead, friends. When there's a big, fat, juicy dump and it's not going to feel juicy, it's going to feel really bad and painful, and they're banning all this stuff, we are going to be buying the dip, buying the crash, right? With whatever money you can, because we know, hey, you can't ban self-custody. This is the dumbest thing ever. You guys, but here's the thing. You have to speculate that they'll eventually get their foot off the pedal, that they can't continue the ban forever because they're going to look silly. And also, speaking of looking silly, but you never know, this might happen, friends. Crapo, a new Crapo has just dropped. So this is what the chart is. He says, I'm bullish to 48.50K, and then you guys are going down to 31K, right? And it's actually pretty funny to see, right? But when it comes to this, look, I'll tell you what happens with these. Someone becomes a meme, they get things wrong and wrong and wrong, and then they hit like peak embarrassment. But then no one cares about them anymore. And you're like, you know what, like, you know the market can go two directions, right? And people completely forget that. They're just like, oh, you're wrong. You're always going to be wrong. But you're going to find out, no, they're probably 50-50. 50-50 is not 100 to 0, 100% wrong. So that's eventually what's going to happen. You just don't know when the snapback is going to be. And also recently, friends, I made a video here, and I actually made a post about this basic video. So crypto.com exchange, okay, there is a token on PulseChain, PCRO. Okay, it went up 8,000%. So that's ATX. It literally did an ATX. And I made a quick video, released before this, just to let you know. So I made a message for the founders. So Chris, Steve, and Eric Node, Mr. Eric Node, our new favorite Eric Potential, wink, wink. just addressing him and telling him that there's 200,000 PulseChain members and it hasn't been listed anywhere. See, friends, I can't make these videos about ChainLink or any of these other coins that we have because they're, or Solana or Matic or BNB, they're listed everywhere. Everyone knows there's no opportunity. So who cares? You're just like a little pin drop in the ocean. You can't affect any change. They have to, not even kidding, Matic, BNB, Solana, they have to grift to the Grayscale fund, basically, to try get them to be put in a crypto index to get boomers to come buy in a big average index of crypto. That's the next level. That's how you get to the higher valuations. But for PulseChain, it's banned everywhere. Not banned, shadow banned everywhere. Okay, not listed properly. PulseChain, PulseX, EHEX, and PHEX. That's why there's big opportunity here. It's literally huge opportunity. It's like, oh my gosh. And we can see it. So here's the thing. You might look at any other coin. You're like, hey, all these other coins aren't listed. Yes, but they don't have 200,000 active community members. They don't have 68 streamers, 140 plus content creators who have survived the minus 99% through a bear market. They don't have that. So that's why, okay, if these poopy heads, want to keep dumping, okay, sweet, keep dumping, I'll keep buying. I'll just keep gobbling up with Mr. Optimus, Kevtron, and everyone else who's just nibbling away. So this is my gift to the PulseChain community. You're right, I'm addressing them, addressing Crypto.com because, friends, here's the thing, man, okay, exchanges are going to get wrecked over the long run because every year, and you have to think in like decades, right? Every year, the user experience for a DEX gets a bit more polished and a bit more sharp. And then fake DeFi Uniswap, they're removing exchanges altogether. They're saying, hey, exchange, we're going to make our own government whitelist approved thing. It's basically just going to be an exchange, but now the government can watch everything in one spot and we have one place for the government and you're going to have all the liquidity. We made the technology for it. So this is the end game of, it's very sad, right? But that's the game. That's how it works, okay? So they're trying to just grift higher and higher levels, friends. Yes, it's a backstab to the whole crypto industry compared to how real DeFi V2 Uniswap worked at the start, but that's where it's gone. That's what Uniswap V4 is. They're having their own, basically, think of it just like another server, and everything has to go through here, okay, for the liquidity. This is slowly how things happen. It doesn't happen all at once. And then you got to ask yourself, if they have this one big liquidity pool that's government whitelist approved, and then all the government needs to do is say, okay, you have to trade through this or you're a terrorist. That's it. Literally, Uniswap has not only killed DeFi, right, with this action. This is what they're doing over time, by the way. It's not guessing. They are actively doing it, right? I've reported this many times. They not only killed Uniswap, killed real DeFi, trying to kill real DeFi, also killing centralized exchanges. Because Uniswap's going to have all the coins and everything, and it's all efficient and everything else, okay? So the government doesn't even need, think about it, the government doesn't even need to do any proper KYC and manage like thousands of exchanges around the world anymore. Just goes, hey, if it goes through these addresses, okay, which is all the Uniswap V4 approved pools, right? Because by then in the future, it'll be Uniswap V5, 6, 7, 8, etc. They go, sweet, you're accepted. We automatically know they are. And everything that's not on this, you're doing illegal things. So that's the future, unfortunately, where it's going, right? But that's why we have these last ounces of hope that are out there. For example, in real DeFi land, you got PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX, where it's the people saying, no, we have a better way. Those are more inefficient. It's government overreach, etc. And so the exchanges all know this, friends. CZ knows this. CZ made many interviews. I remember, I think from like 2 years ago, he's like, oh yeah, DeFi is going to destroy us over the long run. He literally says it. That's why if you go look at all the Binance investments, they're investing everything on chain. They're doing ICOs, all these seeding funds for everything DeFi related, everything DeFi exchange related, all new DeFi tools, everything. They've been investing for years because they know the future. They go, oh crap, these guys every year are just going to keep eating our lunch. And you can see the volumes will eventually be crossing over where centralized exchange volume is going to drop and decentralized exchange volume goes up. So that's why there's huge opportunity here, right? I mean, this is just a show of strength, right? This is obviously on a decentralized exchange. This is on PulseX. This is Crypto.com's P-Crow coin, which was bridged over, right? And then you have this show of like support from the PulseChain community. That's why there is big opportunity if they're able to support the chain, right? So they could list Pulse, PulseX, EHEX, PHEX. They could also just support Pulse withdrawals and deposits. That'll be like the most basic thing because then everybody has the first mover advantage to their friends and family. Because right now, there's a lot of things for everyone to manage, right? I know my friends and family, if you don't look at crypto every week, right, people start to kind of forget. They forget. They're like, oh, I haven't looked at it in 6 months. What's that bridge website again? Where do I need to go, right? That's why, lucky for us, there's GoRealDeFi.com made by Mr. Max. This is an awesome website. It just has everything in one page. That's what you need, just one portal, okay? But for everyone else, they keep forgetting. They don't know these things. But you know these things, right? So, there was a Richard Hart brag post, and there's something just interesting going with the price action, okay? Look at all this selling going on. This guy's just been selling the whole time, and he sold again today. Basically, there's another dude here. I don't know why. This guy bought up here in the 6s, and he's selling at the 5s. So now when Richard, I'll show you the tweet he did. When he does brag tweets, the market sees it negatively, okay? So he goes, I called the Bitcoin top on the day, blah, 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 pre-gox dump, blah, blah, blah. Man, my top call was amazing and free. You're welcome, etc., etc. So just all these brag posts, people are starting to be like, I don't like it, right? So there's people, negative comments. So for example, Mr. Toby, right? He's like, I love RH. I really wish you'd give it a rest on the bragging when so many people are feeling down. So it's not just him. Obviously, there's heaps and heaps and heaps of people. Shout out to Toby. Toby's obviously a good friend of the channel. When it comes to these though, I would have thought, oh, wow, this is a unique problem here. No. This exact same thing is happening in ChainLink, and by pure coincidence, friends. I'm waking up, I'm checking all, ChainLink Labs and Sergey himself, they're making posts about ChainLink in the future. Everyone is negative as hell. And to a level no one's ever seen before. To the point where other people are tweeting, they go, wow, I'm really enjoying the 99% FUD levels. I've never seen anything this bad when it comes to ChainLink. And I had fun just liking all the FUD friends, because that's what I do, man. Look, if you can't enjoy FUD against your stuff, you ain't convicted. You're not convicted. It's literally like someone walking along a footpath and then just coming and saying to you, you're a bad person, you're stupid, you're a failure, you're never going to succeed in anything. If someone just said that to you, you're like, oh, well, cool, hope you have a nice day, dude, who cares? Move out of my way, right? I've got to go drink some cold orange juice. You know what I mean? You can't take all these people seriously. Who cares? They're just words in the air. But it's interesting when we see this stuff. So here's Sergey explain hey, we're going to do the thing and then the thing. It's funny, friends, these people. Look at it. It's just hey, we're going to do it. But when the candles are red, you look like an idiot. When the candles are green, you're like, whoa, this dude is doing some super complex stuff. He's going to pump out bags, man. But because the candles are red, we're just up down. But have a look at all these memes, friends. Seamlessly straight to Binance. So look at the comment was, right? He goes, seamless transactions between capital markets and Web3 can't happen without a single cross-chain data and compute. The Chainlink platform is that standard. So that's why Mr. Ape God did. He goes, yeah, you're seamlessly dumping straight to Binance, because that's what they're doing, sending 700,000 clips to Binance to dump. Look, everyone going nuts, friends. Everyone's going, look at this, Mr. Thomas going straight to the comments, just people going, what value do you capture? Boo, you stink. All of that, friends. It's just funny. Is Marine sell? Link dead coin. $13. Oh, it's a joke, right? You know why he's saying $13? Because Chainlink hit $20 in August 2020. So I know, man. This is it. That's why when I saw the PulseChain FUD with Richard Hart, I was like, that's weird, man. I made posts and many videos telling you they both have a hexagon logo, and it's the same community, friends. It's just opposite ends of the spectrum. Chainlink is more nerdy, reserved type of frog type of marine dudes, right? And then the Richard Hart, PulseChain, HEX ecosystem is more out there, right? Just more noisy. And they both have hexagon logos, right? And it's just funny. There's pink and blue logos. It's crazy. I don't know why. It's just something interesting I found out, right? And the founders, visionary founders that look 10 years into the future, but it's funny. Both the coins are dumping. That's funny, right? But Chainlink's doing way better than PulseChain and HEX. Way better. It's at least got a positional rank on everything else. When you see everybody's charts comparing the top 100, you actually see Chainlink. Yeah, it's number 3 or 4. Everyone's like, oh, why aren't you number 1? Okay, but number 3 or 4, because you see in PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX, you're just seeing this relentless, absolute dump fests, right? You're seeing these people do it here. So you get to see both worlds and how it all plays out. But at the end of the day, It's the same game, man. You change it to a weekly or monthly candle, and you just got to think, man. Just got to get through 2024. That's it. Okay, we made it to 2024 now. Now, sweet. Now we just got to get through it. And I guess we'll see how the cookie crumbles. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Don't forget to tell mum and dad you do love and appreciate them. Catch you soon.